top floor. But I took L after L. How am I still winning? On a million, got a couple L's in it. Might have told you that I failed. Never told you that I'm finished. I mean, even Jesus.
Hey, what's going on, you guys? This is Shelly, Hollis here, filmmaker. I am sitting with David Doyle, author, father, D1 player, here at San Jose State, where he actually got a scholarship, and which kind of, I'm going to guess, maybe influenced this man to write a book about football. But today we're talking about the new novel, Parker. Now, Parker, who is Parker?
Well, first of all, thanks, Shelly, for having me. I'm excited to share my work. Yeah, Parker he's a great young man. It's a great story, a story about a young football player who just liked to dream, and this is what he wanted to do, and just resilient. He's competitive and has a great spirit. So just proud to.
Well, I mean, you're a Spartan, so I know you don't lack any motivation, but you being a father, you're also a principal, so this is a highly educated man, and I'm sitting here. How did you find the time and the motivation to get this book done?
That's a good question. I started writing it in 2009. I got the idea from a commercial. I'm not going to say what commercial. I don't want them coming after me, but I saw a commercial, and I kind of built the character in my head. Kind of built it backwards because the character that I saw, like visualized from the commercial, is actually the villain in the book. It's not Parker, and I built Parker outside of that. But I got that idea in 2009. I started writing. It really originally started as a screenplay, and I wanted to write a movie. And then as time went on and over the years, I just kind of started to build the skeleton of the book, and then I just hammered it out over the last year.
Okay, there's going to be a lot of artists, a lot of other authors, people that are trying to be motivated, and as an individual like you, where you've done something that I always say this is highly important. You actually completed it.
Yeah.
And you have a release date and stuff like that. Like, what can you speak to other people to and like encourage them to like fulfill their dream? What did it for you?
Well, I mentor a lot of students. I minister to a lot of people, and one of the things I preach is finishing and being a finisher. And it's something I'm not always great at. But this was something that I had it in my head, and as time went on, I just continued to put it on paper and started to have fun with it. And as all of that started to, all of those juices started to trigger and the writing started to happen, it just really flowed and turned into a great story. So, it's just about finishing, stick to it, get after it, and believe that, you have something special in you that you can get out, then you need to do it.
That's perfect, man. Yeah. Any Easter eggs in here? Like anybody in here? Like, is there people in here you could be like, hey, this is my friend so-and-so. This person reminded me of an old coach. Is there anybody in here like that?
Oh, I mean, there's each character, there's a resemblance of somebody in your past or somebody in your present. I always say there's a Parker everywhere. Okay. There's a young man who loves this game, who loves his family, who loves to compete, who doubts himself, who has friendships, has great relationships, and people that care about him. So there's a Parker everywhere. I think that as you read the book and you kind of learn about all the characters, you'll be able to definitely, they'll resonate with you somewhere.
Okay, my experience is more in the film world. So I know in order to, like, when I'm working on a script or if I'm reading a script because we're preparing to shoot, how was it living as these characters? Because I know you had to be Parker, you had to be Parker's friend because you're writing this. Like, how did that feel for you to step into someone else's mind and body and be that character?
It felt good. I just wanted to make sure each character was authentic.
Okay.
And I do a lot of reading, and I love watching movies, and I love, watching series and things like that. And some of the stuff is so corny. Like I love All American, but when I watch him run his routes and stuff like that, I can't take it. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I wanted to make sure that it was very authentic. It felt very real to the reader, and some of the things that are very current that happen are there. I just didn't want it to be corny.
Yeah, and I can tell you're an educator. One thing I really appreciate by getting an opportunity to skim through the book is I know you have some illustrations in here. Now, was there a reason why that you added illustrations into a novel?
Yeah, I struggled with that for a while. I didn't want to put any illustrations in there because I look at a lot of novels, junior high and high school novels, and they don't have a lot of illustrations. But I know there's certain populations that illustrations will support their understanding of the reading.
Thank you.
So I wanted to make sure that I had that representation in the book.
Okay, perfect. Now, just for someone who's like, okay, Parker, they're looking at it, looks like a football story. What can they expect to get from this book, and who is this book for?
Oh, that's a good question. Definitely, it is for it is for the student athlete, It is for the cheerleaders. It's for it's actually for your everyday student. There's a story of friendship. There's a story of love. There's a story about kindness, the things that you're familiar with, unfortunately, in the schools with the bullying and then just the competitiveness and it gives you a little bit of a rush as you're reading and kind of seeing how things are going. And then there's always a surprise, inside of there that it has a little bit of a twist in the story. So it's just a good reader.
Okay, perfect, man. Hey, just to tell our audience, where can they find this book? When is it coming out?
So the book is coming out on April 7th on Amazon. Make sure you get your copy the first day. I want to make sure that you guys get this into your hands. I want this in all the schools. I want this in the libraries, foster care. I want these in juvenile hall facilities, detention facilities, group homes, anything that you could think of where there are youth that, have the opportunity to do some reading and want a good reader and that can kind of stimulate their mind and have a good rush and have a fun read. This is the book for you.
Perfect. You guys, this is David Doyle. This is Parker. This is something that should be in your household, should be in the school. Definitely, we want to see the youth read this book because I've kind of got a sneak peek and my kids are getting it for sure. David, I appreciate you.
I appreciate you.
And one thing this man's going to do since we're here, he's going to take me on a tour. So you guys stay tuned. There's going to be follow-up episodes here at San Jose State because we got an ex-Spartan and an Arthur with us today. So we're going to enjoy ourselves. Thank you very much.
Go Spartans.
My man.
All right.
Thank you.